called locking, a style called popping, a style called breaking, new school and old school hip hop, and a style called house. But I have a question. Anybody in here familiar with a style called locking? Have you ever heard of it? Okay, okay. Anybody in here ever heard of a style called pop locking? All right. Guess what? It ain't no such thing as pop lock. Here's the educational part, but I like that. They have said the same, but you're either locking or you're popping. You're either locking or you're popping. If you were pop locking, you'd be doing this. So remember, you're either locking or you're popping. And before I get into it, you know, y'all are an amazing audience, right? Y'all are an amazing audience right off the bat. I mean, you know, this is the last part of our tour. Well, we're actually going to the Montgomery Mall. After this, we're performing at Montgomery Mall at 7 p.m. tonight. So can you people in the air?
Don't get lost.
And just see a lot going on. See a lot going on. So you're either locking or you're popping. Now this first style we're going to introduce to y'all is called locking. Locking was created over in the West Coast by a guy by the name of Don Campbell. Now Don couldn't dance, so when Don went out to the clubs, a lot of his friends would make fun of him. They would go, "Don, do that dance you do." Don said he was doing these two styles. One was called the Frankenstein, the other one was called the Funky Chicken. The Frankenstein goes like this. Now what happened was Don said he made a mistake and fell into a lock move like this. And that's how locking was created. He said, next thing you know, the whole entire neighborhood and club was going around like this. And it was interesting because I got a chance to see some old footage where they were wearing the big hats with the bushes on them and the collars that came way down here. And they all were going around like this. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing that somebody can say something or even do a movement and have a whole nation of people following them. I said, wow, now I can see the power of influence. So you always want to be at your best because you never know who's watching and that you can influence. Also, John said he was doing this style called the Funky Chicken, which is real serious. Real serious. Now, John formed this group called the Campbell Lockers, and they were going to appear on the Dick Clark show. At that time, it was called American Bandstand. But they couldn't use the whole entire name, the Campbell Lockers, so they had to cut the name down and just call themselves the Lockers. Y'all might be even familiar with some of the original Lockers. Anybody remember the movie Forrest Gump? Yeah. Okay, y'all remember Bubba? Bubba was an original Locker. Also, there was a movie called Breaking, a guy by the name of Turbo and Ozone Shabadoo. He was an original Locker. Also, there was a hit television show called What's Happening. A guy by the name of Rerun was an original Locker. And if y'all remember Toni Basil, she sung this song. Maybe I should stick to dancing. Let me try. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. She was good. Yeah, she was an original Locker. So what we're going to do right now is give y'all a brief demonstration of a dance that inspired us to be what we are today, and hopefully it'll inspire you. This dance created from the West Coast, created by a guy by the name of Don Campbell. And before I say this, we're going to say rest in peace to Michael Jackson for, you know what I mean, for his talents and his gifts, you know what I mean? But this is Locking. Come on! Hey! Hey! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Dance to the end of the Yo, I'm doing it again! I'm doing it! This next style that really inspired us and really, was probably one of the first styles after, during that time blocking, was called popping. Anybody familiar with a hit television show called Soul Train?
Yeah.
Okay. On Soul Train, they used to do this move called the Funky Robot. Let me show y'all that.